to Palmetto Lake. Fall is officially here, and that means fall events are in full swing. President and CEO of the Children's Museum of the Low Country, Karen Coltrane, is with us every Wednesday to help parents make the most of their weekends with the kiddos. Karen, welcome.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Always fun to have you. And we just heard Joey might be a little bit of a rainy end of the week there, so Children's Museum is probably a good place to go, I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, always. Hot weather, cold weather,
Always.
rain weather. And we're working on the outside, so next summer will even be nice weather. Will be the place to be, so we're getting there. But for this weekend, I think it sounds like some of the rain might be ending by Friday evening. And if that's the case and you want to get out of the house after some rain, the first one I want to make everyone aware of is Fiesta on the Square, which is in Somerville this Friday from 6 to 9.
Yes.
So that's Hutchison Square at 129 South Main Street. And they're going to have music, food trucks, like we always like, and a real celebration of culture. So a lot of music, of course, if we're celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. So chamber music, Charleston will be there, and DJ Luigi from Latin Groove. And that sounds particularly interesting.
It's really fun. We had them in last week talking about this event. It's going to be really fun. You wouldn't usually think that chamber music and tango music, you know, all goes together, but it really does. And so this is a great celebration. And Somerville, I know that so many of you live out there in Somerville, so this is a great way to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month.
That's right. And they're actually going to demonstrate tango and salsa dancing. So if that's of interest,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, I can see all the little kiddos giving it a try. So I think that would be fun. And you can also learn about the many cultural organizations that are enriching our area here. Okay, next up on Saturday, because it sounds like it's going to be a nice weekend, fall weekend. So we're celebrating fall with the 4th annual Apple Festival in Jedburgh Junction. And I just like saying Jedburgh Junction.
Jedburgh.
Jedburgh. See, I said it wrong. Jedburgh Junction. Thank you for correcting me. Saturday from 10 to 4, and it continues on to Sunday. They're 12 to 4. And again, live music performances, a petting zoo, local goods. And this sounds great to me, the Apple Barn, which is going to have jellies, jams, ciders, butters, baked goods. And again, our favorite food trucks, right? And local businesses offering all kinds of fall-themed products. So I think it sounds like a great way to welcome the fall season. We never know what the weather could be, but you know, maybe even a light sweater would be fun.
No, this is really fun because I feel like there's not anywhere around here where you could actually go apple picking or anything like that. So you can still kind of get that experience a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So 4th annual, so clearly 3 have worked, and we're excited they're doing a 4th one. So maybe I'll see you out there. Looking ahead at the museum as we turn a season, we've actually been looking ahead for a while, and we've got turkey time and winter camp. If you can believe that, ready to go. So registration opens next week for that. And new this year, we've had such demand for our camps that we are actually moving it to only for museum members. Now, the great thing about a membership to the museum is that it lets you come in all year for free, and every month we're just layering in new perks for members. So if you're thinking about, if you've been on the fence about that, we talked to a lot of people at our birthday celebration last weekend who were like, I really need to get a membership. And we're like, yeah, you do, because there's some real good stuff coming. But now the camps are only open to members. We don't open the registration. We were selling them out almost all to members anyway, because they got first crack at it. So we've just moved to that so that people don't, you know, if they're not members, they don't. It takes, you know, you're hitting the refresh button and all that. We just want to take that pain out of there.
If you go a few times too, that pays for the membership. So it
does.
It really is worth it.
It does. So if you're local and you've got little ones, it's you know, one of those things to have. There's a you know all the different places and things you need, and one of them is probably the Children's Museum, especially as we renovate and there's new things coming. So
lots of good stuff.
But want to give everyone a heads up about that camp registration, because we end up talking. We love our camp families, but then we end up talking to more than twice that many who are disappointed that they aren't camp families. So we just want to give a heads up now.
Awesome.
All right, so my parent tip isn't quite a parent tip per se, but it was something I knew you guys would get a kick out of, and I wanted to tell everybody what we're doing with it. So all of us in the Children's Museum toy world kind of look at the National Toy Hall of Fame, which is part of the Strong Museum, Children's Museum in New York. So I've actually not been. It's on my bucket list to get there, but they do this wonderful work on behalf of the life of children by keeping the Toy Hall of Fame. Now, I have been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, so this is similar. And this year, this fall, they just announced the 12 finalists. So then they're going to put 6 in the National Hall of Fame each year. So I thought the criteria are interesting. To be inducted, toys must meet the criteria of being icon status. So they have to be widely recognized and remembered. They have to have longevity, being popular over multiple generations. Discovery, that has to foster creativity and learning through play, which totally aligns with what we do every day. And innovation, it has to change play or toy design in some way. So that's kind of a high bar. And so I'm going to tell you the 12 and admit that there's a couple on here I don't know. I still need to look at them. But the finalists are Apples to Apples.
Love that one.
Just balloons, which is great.
A basic.
Just a basic. Choose Your Own Adventure game books. And if you aren't familiar with those, I encourage you to find those. They're great. Hess Toy Truck. I remember this. If you were a child of the 70s or 80s, you might remember the Hess Toy Truck. My Little Pony.
Yes.
Very popular. Phase 10. And then for my son, this was huge, Pokemon trading card game.
Oh yeah, these are all classics.
Yeah, they are. Remote controlled vehicles, great. Sequence. Stick horse, which everybody had a stick horse when I was little. Trampolines, be very careful, and Transformers. So it's wild to me that Transformers is in there, but of course it is. So the public voting just closed yesterday, unfortunately. But what they do is they take the top 3 that were voted by the public, put those in, and then they have a committee that puts the rest in.
All right, well, we're out of time, but I wish we could all vote because I feel like we would all have some opinions on this one. Karen, thank you so much for being here.
You are welcome. Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned for those winners, for sure.
Yeah.